I put a lot of effort into how I present myself into the world. And so when I go on a date with a man and he does not stop to tell me that I look beautiful, it raises a question mark for me.
Why? Because you're insecure, entitled, and delusional?
It's not because I need validation. I own several mirrors and am very aware of what I look like.
What's that? Average? You look like every other person you walk past on the street. Nothing special.
Appreciation is a fundamental building block of any relationship that I want to be a part of. I invest in personal development and growth through therapy.
Red flag. And I don't have a problem with therapy. I've got a problem with therapy if it doesn't work. If you're at therapy for years on end, it means it doesn't work. And a lot of these coaching programs, I'm not necessarily against coaching, but there's a difference between coaching and delusion. And when you coach yourself to believe delusion, that's not growing, that's not benefiting you, that's not any sort of personal growth. That's just deluding yourself even more and more and more down this rabbit hole of delusion. That's not any sort of growth.
Programs and fitness. I invest in clothes that make me feel good. I invest in makeup that enhances how I appear.
Is it because maybe you're not as naturally good looking as you think you are or want to be? Maybe is that why you do it?
The way that I show up in the world, the way that I show up on dates is the summation of all of those investments that I have made into myself.
So all these things you've invested, which we can just see as delusion, all these things you've invested and you're still single, maybe it's time to live in reality and to think that something's not working. And the first thing I can see straight away is delusion. The lack of self-awareness, once again, completely clueless. No self-awareness and no man. So it goes to show that you're doing something wrong. I know what it is, but let's listen a bit longer.
So someone not acknowledging that shows at best a lack of awareness and at worst an unwillingness to appreciate the efforts of those closest to him.
In other words, if you don't buy into the same delusion that she's bought in, you're the problem. The lack of awareness, once again, completely clueless, and she doesn't even understand herself. She thinks she portrays in the world how she thinks everyone should think about what she feels she portrays into the world. We don't live in a world where people portray you how you think of yourself. You live in a world where people see you a certain way, and you're an average plain Jane with a deluded attitude. Imagine going on a date with someone like this. You have to constantly compliment me. I bring this rubbish into the world, blah, 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 and constantly being judged by an average plain Jane who brings nothing to the table apart from her deluded mindset.
And that makes me feel like we're not compatible.
And that's why you're alone.